before I get into the video, I went ahead and did one side already here. You see it looks kind of cool. I guess it's a bit of an update. Looks a little bit cleaner compared to the old one. And I just wanted to kind of compare for myself. So what I'm going to do is just set this down and get behind the car with the video. Sorry, put the video behind the car and see how they react. Okay, so this is with the parking lights on. And you can see that they're kind of moved to the bottom from the top with the facelift. And this running light at the side here is what you're going to see, a bit of an extra light that we're not going to use when we do the swap. But obviously, even though we don't use it, it's still completely visible. It's a completely unnecessary light. So that's why when I say we're going to take that out, that's what I mean. Okay, so let's get into the actual swap here. So this is a super simple swap. It's honestly almost completely plug and play. What you need to do is take out this pin at the top there and that one there, two little poppets, and then this whole black area is going to come off and it's going to reveal some more bolts. So let's go ahead and do that. And then once those poppets are out, this black part, you can just go ahead and gently pry it out. And there you go. Okay, so as you can see, two 10mm bolts. Just going to give that a quick spray with some PB Blaster. And wait a few minutes. Okay, once the PB Blaster's done its work, you can take those out. And the headlight itself, make sure you pull it straight back because there are two clips on the side there you don't want to break, and it should come right out. Just like that. Okay, so now you see there's some sockets plugged in here. This top one is that little running light we talked about. This we're not going to use, so we can pull that bulb out and put that aside. This one here we're going to use, and this one as well. So you notice the browns on the top here. Brown is actually going to go to the bottom on the JDM light. And then we just need to unclip the little wire from its clip in the housing itself there. So this is where things get a little bit tricky. In some of the older legacies, from what I've looked at, this is completely plug and play. You can take these bulbs and you can plug them into the new housings and you shouldn't have any problems. But with the facelift version, let me just grab it here. It is almost plug and play. And when I say almost, that's because although it has a brown and a white socket there, these are just slightly different than the ones there. So my headlight, I'm lucky because it came with the harness itself. So I'll show you what I'm going to do there in a second. But if yours doesn't come with a harness, you're going to need to figure something out here. And when I say figure something out, what I mean is that this brown one will actually fit in the housing itself. But this white one, it's 7440, I think. It's the housing number. Yep, 7440. And the JDM version is WY12 or something along those lines. And they're just slightly different. So if you take a look at this JDM one, these clips, if I were to compare the two, you can see that the spacing, although the shape looks the same, they're just slightly off. And what that means is that the USDM housing will not fit into the JDM socket will not fit into the JDM housing, unfortunately. So me personally, what I'm going to do is cut the harness and put the sockets onto my USDM housings, and then it'll plug in with zero issues whatsoever. But if you don't have the harness, so why don't you buy these? I highly suggest you get the harness with it. What you'll have to do is, and I think this is totally possible, is just kind of file down the housing itself, and then you should be able to slide the USDM socket in there. But like I said, if you can get the JDM harness with the headlight, definitely do that, especially for these facelift ones. For the pre-facelift, I think it is possible to do it plug and play, but these ones, I can confirm when I did that other one there, it just simply would not slide in, so I had to fiddle with it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and snip these and transfer them over, and then reassemble everything. Okay, so I just finished transferring everything over. As you can see, I heat shrunk, well, soldered, heat shrunk, whatever, this one onto here to replace the USDM socket, and then the same thing for the brown one. So all I need to do is plug that back into the JDM housing, throw the JDM housing back on there, and that's it. So this was actually, I'm just going to put the clips in there, but this was actually really quick and dirty. One of the easiest mods I've made, and it looks really good. So if you have a chance to pick up a set of these taillights for yourself, make sure you get the harnesses, and they're pretty awesome. So I'm going to take this thing out, go take some shots, videos, pictures, and that'll be it for the video.